Let's get it.
Yeah, we are back. Episode 2 of the game Detectives Plays Donkey Kong 64. Very on brand.
Do you think we'll get to 64 episodes?
We should just deliberately make it 64.
I don't want to make it any longer than I have to.
That's true. That's true.
I'll get what I need out of this.
I feel like this is a game that you would expect us to play.
I think it's on.
I'm surprised we haven't played it yet.
Well, like I said, I brought it up, but also I think for so long we were doing Banjo-Tooie, and that just took forever.
Yeah, and we were out. We're out for the count.
I mean, I don't know. I was just in the mood for just 3D platformer, just fun, and I don't know. It's good too because some games you play and you talk more about the game. I mean, we've been talking about it a little bit now, but I mean, once we get going, we probably won't be talking about the game very much at all. Just discussing other things.
There's plenty of stuff going on in the world, that's for sure.
Like what?
Ooh, I could see the mic spiking with my laughter. Yeah, there's many things. We just we're talking about how we both got the most sunlight we've ever gotten.
I don't know. You said that. I go outside all the time. I water my flower. I got my own flower garden.
Well, I mean, all at once though. We were outside for 2.5 hours.
That's true.
3 hours, which never happens.
What's Z? Okay, that's Z. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, we should have
that's the
remapped
peanut.
things.
It's okay.
We'll do that next
time.
Time.
It is kind of weird that there's a gun and a grenade. That is a lot.
So for these, you gotta shoot them, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with these. That wasn't too bad at all.
I forget what Snide does.
Okay, so I keep forgetting. Okay, Snide is the little marsupial fox type dude, and there's certain enemies. I think they're called clap traps or something in that vein. That's for Chunky Kong later, I think. And you defeat that enemy. Each one has different colored hair that corresponds with the Kong. You bring him, and then he hits a blooper, and he gives you a golden banana for everyone. He has a really cool Rube Goldberg machine that's funny.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But the big thing that I never knew, and I was stressed out because of this, the more blueprints you turn in, the more time you get on the last level.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So the last level is timed. And I think you get an extra 3 minutes or something. So you can, when it starts out, you have 15 minutes. I think it's virtually impossible. And then if you get long enough, you can get an hour and a half max or something like that. They were doing that. They were doing that Breath in the Wild thing before they were.
Yeah. I just realized what you meant.
Oh my god, I forgot that Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to come out this year. Do you think that's going to happen?
No. Well, because they said on... Who said? Sakurai said that they're going to do their best, but they're going to be staying on quarantine stuff because they want to make sure their workers are safe. He said it wasn't going to affect
Smash, though.
Yeah.
I bet that team's pretty stripped down at this point. That they're just making fighters and similar things.
So I would say for more games like that, where you need teams and teams of people. Oop, that's gonna take a while. So I would expect maybe Thanksgiving next year.
I think if they push it back, it'll be. They need, honestly. I mean, I love Daddy Tendy, but they need more going on Switch right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they announced that Paper Mario, which is cool, especially since it's coming out right away. But so far this year, all they've had is Animal Crossing. Have you played anything else new on? And I guess Pokemon. Was Pokemon this year?
No, that was last year. The DLC was obviously this year though. I can't. Well, they've been adding more to the indie library, I guess, but there haven't been a lot of Nintendo produced games. I don't know, to be honest.
I think that
I've been catching up on all of my other games that I haven't played.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too. That's kind of
so because I played some Dragon Age. I played Danganronpa this year. I played.
Oh, I'm not close enough. Oh, I know. I remember. You have to be up there.
Oh.
I remember being confused about that once too. Is there one over here too? I know there's 3. Yep. And that.
Oh, and you can teleport now.
Yeah, but it won't do me any good to do that right now.
lens flare.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this year has less of a schedule because of what's happening, but I mean, all I can think of that I really want to play, top of my head, is definitely Origami King, Paper Mario. But I will say I'm going in optimistic. I'm excited to give it a chance, but I do not have faith that it will like keep up because they're kind of giving the implication they're trying to go back to like Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I don't genuinely believe that it'll be able to match those. Yeah, you have to do it like this, which I know isn't legit.
That's not. According to physics, that wouldn't work that way. So.
I know, but it's a coconut. We got Diddy Kong. I like these chimpanzees. I like they're all different kind of ape. I guess I don't know what Tiny Kong is supposed to be.
Maybe like a howler monkey. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have had like a proboscis monkey or something like that in there. Do you know how underrepresented proboscis monkeys are?
I don't know what those are.
They got like the Squidward nose. They have the nose that hangs over their face, and they have to like lift it to do that.
That makes sense. Because proboscis is nose. Yep.
I kind of like to. I guess this is the way that makes the most sense. I kind of like to go through and just do everything I can do as Donkey Kong, then everything I can do as Diddy.
Yeah.
And...
I do think it's cool that they have like the different colored bananas because the trails and everything are.
It kind of. The problem is though that in theory it works a lot better because it doesn't. Like, you'd think, like, oh, yellow bananas means go here for Donkey Kong. You kind of end up being all mixed up either way. And it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I could see how that would... I guess a lot of people's quick fix to that dynamic of the game is I've seen the implication that you could just switch characters on the fly would make it better. I don't know if that would. I think you can just kick him over and over again. He dies.
There we go.
No, he's not dead. Oh. He just fell on his tummy. Oh, I jumped. There we go. And that's so that's the heavy enemy, and that's the blueprint you get. I think there's 25 bananas in each stage, so that's 5 for each guy. See, there's no reason for me to fight that guy. You gotta be tiny. But that doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people.
I do think it's a little crazy that is it Tiny that shoots the feathers?
Yes.
That's a little questionable.
Because it's not a fruit?
It's just like, it doesn't... Like, why is it feathers?
It's a crossbow. Because she's a girl, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess fruit
feathers are dainty.
Fruit is too masculine. I don't know. Somebody just probably wanted... Because they're all different, so it's a... There's a pistol. There's a... I gotta start taking the bottle caps up here. There's the pistol. There's... whatever the heck. I guess I don't... Donkey Kong is supposed to be a shotgun, I think.
Yep.
Lanky Kong's got the blowgun, she's got the crossbow, and then Chunky's got the bazooka. So I guess it's more just like different, like creative different types, and it's like, okay, you got a crossbow, what fruit do you do with that? I'm surprised they didn't do like leeks or something, but I guess...
Ooh, that'd be good.
I guess these guys don't eat those.
Onions, something like that. Some kind of root vegetable I think would be good. Radish.
I think this environment is very well designed too. Oh, I always thought this was fun. I think this is different every level too.
Yep.
Like each level you go to add a little
differently.
Oh, that's neat.
Rube Goldberg machines are always so fun.
Yeah.
I like them.
I always wanted to like make one. But it's like, I don't have you need a lot of patience, I think, to really do something interesting.
And a lot of different supplies, because you don't want it all to be the same thing. And
so yeah, this is like the blueprints of the base, and if you get it all, that's how you get it. We're gonna get as much as we can, because I'm gonna need my time.
We don't want to rush it.
I'm a knowledgeable Donkey Kong 64 player, but I wouldn't call myself like a talented
You're not an expert. You're not a speed runner.
Did you watch that live stream the guy did of Donkey Kong 64 where he played the whole... I don't know if he did 100%, but he played the whole game in a row to raise money for... I think it was the Trevor Project or something like that, one of those charities. And that was the one that Grant Kirkhope and AOC stopped and said hi during it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Raising, it was for trans... It was some trans rights charity. And I think he played through the whole game, and I can't believe that. That's a feat worth donating for.
Yeah, if he's willing to put in that time and effort.
I don't even know if there's any reason for me to go over here.
Ooh, those things always scared me.
They are... I don't know what they're supposed to be. They got, like, duck bills. Oh, this is just the other side of this?
Yeah.
I think this is a good first world. I think it's... Like, this wouldn't work in Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, but no. I think this is very intentionally supposed to exist with, like, the context of those games already existing.
Yeah.
Like it's not as, I guess the whole philosophy of Donkey Kong 64 is not very open at all. It is kind of like corridors and segmented areas. But since most of the I gotta be like since most of the time things like I think look nice thematic, like it still feels, oh, I'm gonna die. It still feels cohesive enough to me. Okay,
I agree.
Because I don't know, they just do a good job with a lot of the environments. I mean, even though this is the jungle level, there's a lot of things that are still jungle-y in the game, but that makes sense because they're monkeys.
I feel like I remember this area being difficult for some reason.
I don't think it's difficult. This probably, I think this is the same type of environment that you fight the boss in.
Oh, yep, that's what I was thinking.
Armadillo. They really were pushing it with the names.
That's funny. Armadillo. I remember one of them being really easy. Maybe the castle one?
One of them was really easy. One of them is really hard. The dragonfly, I think the first time is pretty easy. But the toy boss is like impossible.
Oh yeah, I remember that one being a
died. I'm glad they don't have like lives or whatever.
Yeah, it makes
there's no reason why death should have.
That's the one thing that I'm glad they do.
What the? Did I not get this? Okay. Well then, I'm a little stinky.
That makes sense.
They all have such cool powers because everybody has their own moveset, but then they have their own barrel power. I think Donkey Kong's my favorite, but he kind of gets the shaft with some of the powers. One of his is like he can pull levers, which is super lame. And then the other one is he turns invincible, which I don't like because there's another character that turns invisible. I think that's Chunky, and I'm pretty sure whilst he's invisible, he's also invincible. So that feels it feels like we're stacking on. Okay, did I touch this? Okay.
Nope.
There we go.
There you go. It does. I like the diversity in the movements, but it does seem like Donkey Kong is kind of like the base. I think you've already gone up here.
I know. I'm trying to get back to the lab.
To go back, you gotta go the other way.
No, this is the way.
Nope.
Oh, you right, fam.
I'm so smart.
Dang, yo.
I have really good spatial awareness, but for some reason I can't write or draw or anything else. Yep, only in video games. Well, I do know how to drive well.
How do you think your handwriting is?
Not good.
I think it's pretty middling.
Mine?
You ever? Yeah, I think it's like in the. I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's not amazing though.
Have you ever like tried to dedicate yourself to like having better penmanship?
No.
I've tried, but I don't know like where. It's like I practiced writing every day for a couple months, and it improved like marginally, but I didn't know what else to do other than like write more.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
I used to hold a pencil wrong,
writing.
and I don't hold a pencil wrong anymore. My entire life I did that. When I started learning hiragana, it got too hard when you hold your pencil funky. But at the same time,
is that like the art of kanji?
Okay, so hiragana is just like all the sounds, like papi, po, pe, po, whatever, mya, me, mu, mo. And then katakana is that, but Americanized. Kanji is words.
Okay.
It's based off of the Chinese symbols. China. This is my Trump impression. I do a really bad Trump impression. People do some really good ones, and it doesn't seem that hard. First of all, I don't want to like listen to it long enough.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, exactly.
And I don't even know if I want to be. I don't know if I want to have a good Trump impression.
Yeah, you would have to be like, you put Lysol in the body. Like, I can't do it.
No,
obviously, but
no,
like,
yeah.
Like you said, anytime. So like, I listen to NPR a bunch because I'm a nerd, and I'm also a new
also nerdy.
Yeah, I'm also a whatever
gamer girl.
I'm a gamer girl. I'm a weeb. I'm all of the above. Anytime they're like, Donald Trump said this, I turn off the radio for like 5 seconds and then I turn it back on.
Oh.
Because I just don't want to hear that voice.
But then how would I start conversations other than, did you hear what the president said? Wait, am I not able to?
I don't know.
Is there...
Do you have to be...
okay. There's like a... It's stupid. There's a charge, but it's... And then there's a horn move, but they're exactly the same. And I think that's all you use Rambi for the entire game, I think. That's really unfortunate. Because animal transformations were such a big part of Donkey Kong Country. I would have rather they just not had it in here. Because I think what I just did is the entire extent of Rambi. Maybe
which isn't very.
He's in some mini games, maybe.
Yeah, he has a mini game for him, but that is kind of strange that that's the only way you use him.
You use the swordfish, but that's it too. Or if they had it like they small uses, like you only used Rambi there, but then they had the other guys, but they only have those two.
Interesting. That makes it seem almost like an afterthought then, you know?
Like, oh, we gotta have the animals.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the banana medal. Dude, did you see?
Banana.
We only need 15 more banana medals now.
Oh.
That's how you play the coin. Am I not timed?
Oh.
There's some brutal time limits at points in this game too.
Oh my gosh, I remember the ones in the Aztec ruins. Some of those are kind of hard.
I don't even like doing those temple ones. Those are too. No. Then those are scary. I got scared.
Yeah, when he goes.
He's like, get out. Yeah, that's uncalled for. They went too far on that. I was spooked. Oh, I almost got all the ones for Donkey Kong in here. I wonder if there's any I can't get right now.
Maybe you have to like defeat one of the bosses.
No, that gives you a key. I don't know off the top of my head where it is, but there's some that you just can't get because of like you need Chunky and Tiny to open up those
other
areas.
things. Yeah.
I think that's all I can do with him for now, but got him. I want to get my new moves and donate my bananas. Oh my god, that's such a creative way they do the banana thing, because it could have just been like you put them in a machine or you know whatever, but the fact that you feed the pig and the hippo. You know
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Is there anything on top of either of these?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Okay, let's see what.
Got him.
I can't wait till I get my other watermelon. Going through hit points quick. I'm playing loosely.
Yeah, fast and loose. For some reason, my butt is falling asleep.
You got bad posture.
I do have bad posture. It's true. I lean back too much.
Yeah, you sit like a J.
What's a J?
Like the letter J.
Oh, like a...
Yeah, like that.
Like a scoop?
Oh, wait. I wasn't listening to what he said. Crap.
Oh, flamingo.
I perfected another one of my potions. I like that they... I really like Cranky's dialogue. He says, you won't get far without it, so you might as well just get it.
Bear lemon
Oh,
paste.
I remember where's less banana. Yeah, I thought these were fun. Again, though, this is... Donkey Kong gets shafted in the powers, because it's like, this is like, oh, he plays a mini game. That's not really... Like, none of the new moves Donkey gets, like with Lanky, you can run faster and do some other stuff. He doesn't get anything that, like, really helps you.
And that's kind of the problem with being, like, the generic main character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is because you see that in most games. Well, I guess Persona's kind of the opposite, almost.
Joker can have all types.
Yeah. I think with most games, though, it's kind of like when you have a JRPG, for example, it's like, oh, the main character is going to be, like, a sword-wielding guy. You know what I mean?
Like, Final Fantasy?
Yeah, like or, you know, a Tales of Vesperia kind of thing, too. It's like, oh, yeah, and then he has, like, so, it's...
Oh, already screwed her up.
So, with the characters who aren't the main character, you have a little more leeway in what you can power them up as and that kind of stuff.
I remember playing this, and, I don't know if it was on Virtual Console or on emulator, but I remember using save states for some of these when I played it before.
I wouldn't blame you.
Because I don't think you want to get it exactly. I think you have to be a little above.
It depends on how, like, long they are.
I don't know. I seem to be doing pretty well this time. Some of these get tricky, though.
Hey,
we beat Donkey Kong.
There we go. Those were always my favorite parts of like the 2D levels too.
It definitely looks like it's more visually interesting in the 2D ones, but I like how they transitioned it to 3D, where it's just kind of like it's their own segments instead of trying to like work it into the level.
Yeah, that would be a lot really difficult, and they're already trying to do so much that I wouldn't want them to like make it and not do it very well. You know,
I know that there's gonna be some of these mini games that you're either gonna have to like beat for me, or I'm just not gonna. Just flat out not gonna do because
oh, that's fine. Because they're not. Some of them are just the programming of them is just
I wish I could know what they were before, because sometimes they're hard to get to. I wish I could like know what they are before I do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you could like see the title of it.
I like just that they do, and they're like, "Oh, pick me, pick me." Then you got Chunky. He's like, "No, don't pick me." That's fun.
He's like,
Yeah, a little cartwheel. I think it would be a fun idea. We're talking about like trying to figure out what else you might want to do for podcasts. We should do like a game that neither of us have played, like that we're both taking in for the first time.
Ooh, that would be good. And we could do like a smaller game.
Yeah, we could do an indie game, because I got so many on my Steam list. We probably both have. I just
I'm sure. We should do that. That'd be great.
Oh, I don't have my gun yet. That's why.
Oh yeah, he's got the peanuts, the peanut gallery.
We could do like stuff when it comes out too, like that. Mario or Paper Mario.
Yeah, I see. The problem is, it's like I want to play it, but I like the $60. Why did I spend it on Sword and Shield? Why am I? I'm a sellout.
It'd be the first game I got since Animal Crossing, so I'm not.
Oh yeah, the last game I bought that was $60 was Animal Crossing.
You go through games quickly though.
That's true, I do, and I spend too much money on them. Well, I justify it because it's only now.
What's your career too, kind of?
Yeah, kind of. This is the first video game generation that I'm actually up to date with.
You didn't play like. What do you mean? You played like the Wii and so. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean like for like a PS4 or for that kind of stuff. It's like this is the first time that like I bought. I can't even think of a game I bought for the PS4 that I bought for full price. I can't think of one right now, but
PS5 is like about to come out too, so you're about to.
Yeah, so it's like for Nintendo, I'll stay in the milieu of the current games, but after that, it's just like I for everything else, I can just kind of get them when they go on sale.
What would they have to make for you to buy the PS5?
I don't think
what game would convince you?
I don't think any of them would.
There's not a game that you'd want so bad you'd be like, oh, now I gotta get it.
No.
That's too bad. You got no imagination.
Well,
aren't there any Sony series you have like Aren't there any Sony series you have like, oh, I'd like to see more of that, or I guess it'd have to be something maybe you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, really easy one.
I don't know. Oh, I remember all of them. You attack them differently.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You attack them differently with each character. I remember that now. I mean, there's no. It's like I wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta get this Final Fantasy game, or because I played the Final Fantasy demo and I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it at all. But that was just me. I mean, you don't have the gun yet.
Oh, dang it! That's right. I mean, it's about what you'd expect, right?
Yeah. For me, I can't think of a single like The Last of Us 2 just came out. I haven't played the first one, so it's like
oh yeah.
There aren't any games that I've played because I'm so far behind and I'm catching up that I would need to have. Like the reason why I bought
your backlog is so
big. My backlog is so large. The reason why I got my PS4 eventually was because I started dating somebody who has PS4 games and he lent them to me. Yeah. And also I'm
surprised you held out that long too.
And also I wanted to play Kingdom Hearts 3 and I got it on sale for $20, so I'm like, well, I might as well just finally get one for $200 now.
Yeah. Not a bad deal. You mean you've played some good games though?
Oh yeah. The Personas are obviously awesome. I'm playing Persona 4 on Steam right now. I don't think they have it for the. Do they have it for PS4? Golden?
No,
I don't think so.
It's only on Vita. I think you can play.
Which is an interesting choice.
Yeah, I bought a Vita just to play Persona 4, and then I beat it, and I played like 2 or 3 other games, and I sold it. You reading this riveting information here?
No, I'm not.
Did you watch the PS5 preview?
No, I didn't. Did you?
I skipped through it. I just kind of flipped around. The thing is, I don't know, man. I get less and less excited about that. It's like that exponential theory where it's like graphics and presentation can only get so good in games as it scales upward.
Yeah.
But like it just gets like it's like okay, it doesn't look that different than PS4, and it's like okay, whatever.
And for me, I don't play video games for graphic realism.
I don't play Pokemon because the graphics are so bad, but it usually doesn't matter if the graphics are good. Like, if they're passable, it's fine. But when they're so, like, butt ugly, I can't stand to be faced with it.
They are.
It's more about art style than
yeah,
graphics,
I was going to say.
Pokemon has neither.
It has no art style or graphics. Ooh.
I think you're timed to do this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I didn't like how it had that little periscope on me for a second there.
Oh, can you use that? I forgot. Yes, you can. That's nice. I remember because there are other games where
was it at Funky's or was it at Snide's?
It was at Snide's.
Okay. And I gotta use this.
Yep. Ooh, and you can shoot that thing. It was by Funky's.
I can just jump down. Yeah. I was kind of excited about the new Ratchet and Clank they were showing off. I
totally forgot that's a thing.
I wouldn't mind playing it. I really liked the new Ratchet and Clank they made, and I think it's Insomniac's making it again since they made the Spider-Man. They got a lot of money now.
Oh yeah,
they're doing all right.
I'm sure Spider-Man got them a lot of money.
I jumped there.
Lotto dough.
No.
What? So something I'm interested in, and we don't have to talk about this. Were there games? So I had a lot of games that came from like the lunch from like cereal boxes and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Did you ever play those? Like yes. There was one that was like the Game of Life. There was one that was Clue.
I had one that I absolutely adored. It was Crunchling Adventure.
Oh.
And I mean, you know I love Captain Crunch. In the game, you were kind of like yourself, and you had a pet, and you had to raise him, and you like feed him crunch berries, and you do mini games. And then at the end, you have to train to fight a guy. And that was back when they had stuff like Freddy Fish or like those like Fisher Price type games, where it'd be the same basic game. Oh yeah, that's right. Crap. Where it'd be the same basic game, but every time you do it, something would be changed a little bit. So it had like a little replayability there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know how you do Freddy Fish? It's not
the same thing every single time. They'll like mix up the puzzles a little bit. Because I was just thinking about those games for some reason. I forgot why. Just like, I feel like there's not... I wonder if it's more like now browser-based games that do that kind of stuff now.
I mean, they don't even have browser-based games. I mean, on Neopets, they always had like browser games that were advertised. Like they'd have like McDonald's Quest and stuff like that.
Although I guess now kids might not go to like pbskids.org.
Well, now it's right in your face because
it's all apps on phones.
There's a KFC dating sim. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They're leaning too hard. I get having fun and being Mimi, but I mean you're just leaning too hard.
You don't want your fast food joints making dating sims?
I don't know. The idea is funny. Like you're like chuckle, but it's like.
But for me, it's like, who would you date besides?
Oh, I don't know. You're already thinking.
I'm already thinking too much. I'm thinking too much.
I don't want to spend my time taking in a story to advertise your chicken. Like that's, I don't like the. I don't know the morality.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like that.
Well, you don't like the man.
No.
And KFC is definitely the man.
Brands are definitely the man.
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
He gets fatter and he stomps on it. We'll open this up and then maybe we can start next episode.
You don't have enough banana?
Yeah,
yeah, you do.
Not exactly enough. And then Donkey Kong has 95. So you can use each Kong has their own collection.
Yep. And the last 5 bananas of Donkey Kongs are right there.
I used to think this was genuinely chance too. I didn't get that it was like it was like predestined who fight what boss.
Sure.
I thought it was like random, and I was like, oh please be Diddy. I didn't want to play as Donkey.
And you're like, wow, it's the next one in the lineup. Who would have thought?
How far are we going, or how long is it?
We have been going for 29 minutes.
Oh, okay, do you want to?
Let's do a little break.
Yeah.